May take a moment. Had to apparently do a lot of updating. And isn't done. Yeah, this was like being started about installing yesterday. Then I finally got it, and then right before I started streaming today, it was like, we got a big update to download. It's like, oh, okay. We'll see how that goes. And this loading screen suggests that like major changes have happened since I last played this. I mean, that was kind of like setting and plot. Well. Well. Which would go against the spirit of a lot of things. Yeah. Come here. Come here. I will pet the hell out of you. You have to come here first. Loading menu prefabs 0.1% is not something I like to say. We may be here a bit. Or you here a bit and I'm going to get him more treats. What? What? Okay. Green treats up here. Want a little catnip? Yeah. There you go. Treats up there. Yeah, hop on up. Right here. We're down this end. I don't like this loading screen. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. So yeah, Rust is apparently from the same Gary as Gary's mod. Yeah, it's finally starting to move. Like, I'm waiting to see like the actual title screen before I start rambling about what this is. Because what this is very weird. I guess less weird now because there's like a whole genre of things just totally cloning it, but still kind of weird. Yeah. I feel like a lot of things started as clones of Daisy. Or mods for it, and it itself was a mod for, like, what, Arma? Like, other genres of games, you'll have stuff that's, like, clearly inspired by or from the same developer or based on this other game, but, like, with FPS games, the connections are always a lot tighter than that. It's you used to literally have to launch this to launch that sort of things. It's almost like how every chat program is secretly just IRC with the skin on it. No. There you go. It's gonna be a long wait for a game that I did not enjoy much last time I played it. So sorry about that. If I'd known this was gonna be quite this long, and it wasn't patching right beforehand, I would have like preloaded it before I started the stream or something. And I'm terrified that it's still apparently loading just the main menu down there. I'm taking forever. Meow meow. Meow meow. Come here. Come a little closer. I'm just gonna be sitting here, might as well pet you the whole time. Come here. Come here. Mm-hmm. There we go. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Time for you to get snuggled here. So I'm probably gonna repeat myself later on just for archive's sake, but yeah. However many years ago, I think like 2016 or so, maybe earlier, the creator of Gary's Mod apparently decided to make this game called Rust, which is eventually going to load here, which may have changed by now, but initially it was just like, okay, you wake up on a beach, you're naked, you did not get to pick any details of your character, they were just kind of assigned to you based on your Steam profile number. Punch some trees and grab some rocks and like build a little shelter, and then get murdered by the other players on this server for no reason and no benefit to them. Here's a weird tech tree where you can make different parts of a house and a gun. But then that now became the game Ark was like just a direct clone of everything it had going on. Plus now there's dinosaurs. That Conan thing I was playing a couple weeks ago has the entire exact same skill tree. Or a tech tree, whatever you want to call it. It's like, it's weird it's just in the first place. It's weird that it has clones. And it's weird that the clones all have the same tech tree. Because the tech tree is kind of weird and janky. You only have so many points to unlock things with. And then like 80% of it is like cosmetic stuff. Like different angles of roof. And it goes surprisingly quickly from like very, very Stone Age things to just like rocket launchers. Wow. You're gonna drink. It's running. Yeah, see? There you go. And loading the main menu apparently takes a year. We've come this far though. And I'm like ahead on time tonight, so we're just doing this. Hope you're all having a nice night. I'm gonna snap if there's another like thing that starts loading at like 0.1% after this though. In other news, I've been working on my controller thing again. Hopefully, we're going to send off another test print of design for it soon. And yeah, there is kind of a direct line from this into the whole battle royale thing, and then also into extraction shooters. It's I don't want to say like the whole FPS scene feels very inbred, but it feels very close knit in a weird way. Meow meow. Again, everything is a mod of something else. It's just wow. And it's not even just FPS games, I think, but it's also just like first-person games in general. Like, was it System Shock that was just built in the engine for like Unreal, Ultima Underground, or Underworld, whichever it was. The 3D Ultima, where you pick up skulls and put them in bowls. Um, and then like the Subnautica devs got started by making the natural selection games. And the first one of those was like a Counter Strike mod, I think, that they turned into an RTS somehow. Yeah, Underworld. Oh yeah, it was actually going to be the next Ultima Underworld and turned into System Shock, which sure. Okay. This is kicking into high gear now. Finally, yep. Hope you enjoyed this incoherent genre history lesson. 1% to go. Come on, you can do it. You can give me a menu. This is a game that like really is struggling to live. Just has not had its coffee. That's all we're kind of on subject. Is Gary's Mod an actual game or just like a tool for doing stuff in? I've never been quite clear on that. I should boot it up someday and see. Because I do have it. We at least have some music now. And yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely off from the mod scene. How different would the world be if like Doom didn't come with a level editor? Yeah, yeah, those games made in it, but yeah, I'm sure. How dare you say loading menu UI? You did that. We were all here. It took 12 takes, but we got it. It really is. You know, I've got this list, like, little rubric in my head of, like, can I play it all the way through Contra in the time it takes for your game to load? And the answer should never be yes, but it is surprisingly often. Sure. I have played like 10 hours of this, but it was like a decade ago, so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be helpful. I notice you don't seem to have tutorial servers running. Servers running. That's kind of the thing. Oh, okay. Now it's loading. Okay, that one's tutorial. Sure. Sure. But yeah, so. Oof. That's entirely too long. I believe it though. But yeah, this is Rust. I think I can finally say we did finally get to a title screen, and it is just this weird mix of just kind of a survival game, kind of just you know always on server to run around killing people in. Famous, at least initially, for like not really having goals, just stuff that's really hard to do and requires you to like search for resources and put all these points into skills to craft things, and then somebody just comes along to murders you just because they can. And people like you can't just like end the game. Like it keeps running for weeks or months, so it's like if you don't want to lose your stuff, it's like, okay, let me build 50 consecutive like combination lock doors. Hopefully, by the time somebody gets through them all, I will be awake after going to bed last night. Yeah. But I think like the murder that is kind of just in Eve, or at least was at the time. Like I appreciate this exists as like a weird artistic statement of a thing, but like it's weird that there's clones of it and that it's like still going on. Tools, it's about cannibalism. Meow. Oh, you should never just drink lake water. That's not a good idea. Meow. I was already like picking up and holding you. You know, you could have just stayed in my arms and pet the hell out of you there. You can sit on this chair next to me, and I can pet you like that. Or you can up on my feet. Meow. 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 Oh shit. Get up here. There we go. Hi. Hi. Again, I'm like concerned about all these loading screens that are just like interiors of buildings and people in like clothes. Clearly, things have changed since I last played this. Sure, it's taking a while time. That's what connecting to a server. One that's actually near me and an official one. You good? Yeah, you lay down. All comfortable right here? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Get comfy. This is ridiculous. Wait, there's horses? There's horses that can do the Akira slide? Okay. Sorry, what? Can I hit this play button? Okay. You can find another server to join, apparently. Seems so. So here we go again. Sell your unwanted items safely by crafting a vending machine. That is a string of words right there. So I'm curious how much of tonight's total stream time is going to be taken up by trying to get Rust to load. But, you know, playing everything I have in Steam means playing everything I have in Steam, so it's had to happen sometime. This is gonna be fun to edit later. Okay, connection accepted. Those are good words. Oh no. Okay, at least that's loading quickly. Okay, okay. Opening scene. Those are good words. The phrase scope creep comes to mind. For those who can't see the chat, it's called rest because the machine will decay before it's done loading. Yeah. So aside from how weird the game itself is, too, like one of the things about this that got attention to people early on was when they decided to add women to the game. Number based on your Steam account uh, ID number and give you a gender based on that. And people were like really, really, really upset that like they were, assigned female at logging into Rust. And the developers were just like, yeah, well, you don't get to pick it in real life either, so deal with it. And it's like, weird, but like, I can appreciate the point you're making, I guess. Then you gotta have like HRT available in game to fix it though for people because they do care. Okay, we did this already. Oh, no, no, no. We warmed up the assets. Now we're loading the world prefabs. Okay. I guess that's technically different things. When I upload YouTube, I'm gonna have to like do two separate files. One for like here's the part of the actual gameplay, and here's the part of just like seeing what I'm rambling about with chat while I'm waiting for anything to load. That's weird too, because like Ark is also, while being very much one of this, like famously a game that is really bad at loading and having reasonable sized save files and generally being a functional piece of software. It's apparently ocean travel now. I swear, this used to just be set on like Murder Hobo Beach. That's the best tooltip right there, though. We'll end that one. I want to see an Akira sliding horse. I'm not giving up on this. Like the cost fallacy is real. We are seeing Rust tonight. It is gonna happen. Going to happen. Just stripping one of those until said there's radiation. So that's fun. So when this finishes, we'll then have like fabricating prefabs as a separate step. So I guess I should mention it in case anybody has an issue. Maybe nudity in this game? I don't remember. But if you're offended by like I don't know a butt and side boob, like sorry in advance. There may also be like weird, depressed creeps just on open mics. That was definitely the last time I tried to play this. Okay, 99.9%. Okay. This looks like the last thing you can think of to have the sub load. Yeah. Could be both. I do find that Conan one, like, it's not gonna have time soon because I don't want to have anything that big installed. But like, I could see actually playing that for more than 5 minutes. There were like hints of long-term goals going on. I guess Arc also has like an actual ending, which was really shocking when I first learned it. Because that especially felt very just like you just build a little house and make dinosaur pets. But no, you go to the citadel floating in the sky and like do battle with the weird alien overlords who kidnapped you and all these dinosaurs or something like that. Really. I guess I appreciate it being so specific with what's loading. Okay, finalizing, that means you're done. You can't just start something else now. I'm sure a time to this. I'm going to be curious later on when I'm just editing it, what the difference is going to be. Thank you all again for bearing with this incredibly long load. But genuinely, there are multiple classic games you could have just plugged in, turned on, played to completion before this loaded. 41 minutes, that sounds about right, yeah. Yeah, Contra definitely doable in that. Super Mario Brothers definitely doable in that. Mega Man, if you're good at it, I think you could manage in about 40 minutes. Any of them, really. And it's not like this is worth the wait either. Like, this is the game where you struggle to like get up the tech tree far enough to build a little house, and then somebody walks into your house and kills you. Like, remember seeing once this YouTube video of somebody just like telling this story of playing this and having some like 13-year-old kid try to rob them on a like permadeath server, and just like having this weird trap to lock them into this basement, extorting them and like terrorizing him for a while, just for daring to try to invade him. It's just like, why does this game exist? Just, I felt bad because he was like just a little kid and he was crying and stuff like that, but he tried to take my things. Okay, it's been done for a while now. I don't like the way my cursor is a blue circle. Just gotta believe. Gotta clap my hands. Like, let the record show I'm committed to this play everything I have on Steam thing. Like, there are a couple I've had to skip just because like they froze on their title screen, but And that better not what happened here, because like you can't have that long and detailed a load and then crash after it's done. That's just cruel. You crash in the middle of that, like you're supposed to. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. It says right down here, loading done. So something gets to happen now. How has this been splitting a stack of items? Like, did it actually freeze? Uh-huh. 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 I believe in you, Rust. I believe you can load. I believe you can load, I said. Have faith. Have faith, Windows. Have faith. Now, do you suppose if I do force quit, will it have saved all this loading it did from before? Or would it start over from scratch? I'm guessing it'll start from scratch, but like, I hate myself just enough to double check. You can't count those hours. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's try this again. And if it doesn't just like jump right into it, I'm moving on. And I feel like this was a fair amount of time to give this to try to be a video game. Holy crap! Like empires have risen and fallen in the time it took this to try to load. But you got like a minute, okay? If you can't get me to a server list in a minute, then we're done here, Rust. I guess a minute starting after the stupid anti-cheat thing. But if we're doing that thing again where you're like loading the menu for an hour, that's not happening. Yeah, it's probably bots now. That's something. We're lucky if you can get the thing to load. Okay, so from the moment something comes up on screen, I'm gonna give it like a minute. And we'll see if Rust can get its act together in that minute. Looking at my clock. It's presently 1:06. Just turned over. I see that menu prefabs at 0.1% again. You gonna jump the hell up there? Hmm? It's not changing. Yeah, okay. I think I gave it more than a fair shot. Uh